Today I'm going to talk about the differences between capsules, liquid extracts, and teas or infusions, because we get questions here and there about what the best form of herb to take, fertility herb to take is. And there are some differences. One isn't necessarily better than the other in most cases, but I want to share with you those differences. So have you ever wondered which is the best form of fertility herb to take? Today we're going to talk about capsules, teas, and liquid extracts, not in that order exactly. While capsules and herbal teas are convenient, liquid extracts tend to be a little bit more beneficial in some ways, and I hope to clarify that to help you decide if you've ever wondered. So it can be a hard choice. There are a variety of reasons why people have aversions to one form of herb over another. Teas require some work to be made. Not everything comes in those pretty pre-packaged tea bags. Not everything comes pre-blended. We have many teas that are many tea recipes that we suggest you source the raw herbs yourself and combine them yourself and then make them in a strainer of some sort, which requires boiled water, and they're just a little bit more labor intensive and time consuming. Capsules, for example, are fairly easy just to take. They're kind of inconspicuous. You can take them with you when you travel on an airplane. You don't have to put them in a baggie, all those sorts of things. But liquid extracts tend to be a little bit stronger and faster acting, and there's much more. So let's go into herbal capsules in a little bit more detail. That's great. You can use raw herbs or powders. Not every herb. Long story short, I get by your name that maybe you're used to taking herbs, or maybe you're more accustomed to taking them, and for some people, tasting the powder or the raw herb is one of those aversions. But yeah, anyway, I'd use powders myself as well. But herbal capsules, they're often less expensive than liquid extracts. They are, like I said, pretty convenient, easy to store, easy to take. You can tuck them in your purse. You can pop one in your mouth without anyone knowing what you're doing. Take them on airplanes and travel with them a little bit easier than a liquid herbal extract. All things like that. They do require some filler or lubricating agent in the encapsulation process to keep the machinery clean and the encapsulation process going smoothly. And some people have an aversion to those extra fillers and lubricants that are used. There are a variety of them, but often they do have other things in them than just the herb. They may require several be taken. You may have to take several capsules in order to get to a certain dose, which can end up adding up to quite a bit of money in some cases, not all. They require digestion of the capsule and digestion of the crude herb before the herb can go to work for you in the body. Sometimes they're rather large, making them hard to swallow. We do frequently hear from people who have a hard time swallowing larger capsules. And on that note, most herbs, and I'm just speaking about herbs, herbal capsules can be opened and taken in some form of food or liquid really quickly. There are many herbal capsules that you can just open and dump in a little bit of juice and swig it down, or oatmeal or honey or yogurt or peanut butter or whatever it is, any nut butter. Smoothie, for example, you could add powder or open a capsule into a smoothie. That would work too. They may not meet certain dietary needs, however. Oftentimes there are a variety of brands out there, and many of them offer different forms of capsules to meet all of these different dietary needs. But I'm thinking in terms of people who are vegan, religions that forbid consuming gelatin that comes from pork or cows, bovine or what are pigs? Anyway, bovine gelatin and pig gelatin, so that sometimes capsules are gelatin. People who have gluten intolerances or some sort of aversion to any of those fillers or binders that are needed to use, or things that make the encapsulation process a little bit easier. Or people who don't consume alcohol or don't want to consume alcohol. Even though when you take a dose of a liquid herbal extract, it's an incredibly low amount of alcohol. Something like 1/65th of an 8-ounce beer, and even less of an 8-ounce glass of wine. So it's a very, very minute amount of alcohol. People still sometimes don't want to consume alcohol for a variety of reasons, and that's okay, and that's why capsules are handy, and tea would be an alternative. And then liquid extracts. Some benefits of liquid herbal extracts. Many of us who are used to them think they're convenient and easy to take. You just once you figure out how much 30 drops looks like on a dropper when it's got the liquid in it. They allow for optimal, quick, and easy absorption, digestion, and assimilation by the body, because once you place that liquid herbal extract onto your tongue or under your tongue, it starts to be directly absorbed into the bloodstream, so it can go to action for you very quickly. And as opposed to the capsules, which you need to digest, right? There's no capsule to digest in a liquid herbal extract or a crude herb, the actual herb itself. Alcohol makes liquid herbal extracts or the herbal medicine itself stronger in most cases than teas and capsules. Alcohol, sometimes vinegar can be used, or glycerin. You'll see glycerites, or liquid herbal extracts or tinctures made with apple cider vinegar, for example. I know of a company that makes bitters with apple cider vinegar to have an alternative to an alcohol. Actually preserves the plant parts and preserves the plant medicine, helps it be easily absorbed, like I just said, but also protects that herbal medicine from bacteria and for the fermentation process, so they don't require refrigeration and they don't require or they have a longer shelf life. They can bring about changes in the body a whole lot quicker than taking herbs and other methods. They allow you to taste the plant. Now this is, some people have an aversion to this, but there are some cases when certain plants can have additional actions beyond what we read they're supposed to help the body do, or in the way that they're supposed to help the body. For example, there are a variety of herbs that are bitter. So you might take something for its ability to help balance your hormones, for example, because we're talking about fertility and we often talk about hormonal balance, but it has a bitter quality to it, which can also stimulate digestion. And having a healthy digestive system is also important for healthy fertility and a lot of different things. So getting to know the plant is sometimes important to people. Herbalists love to get to know the plants, and we often taste our herbs, and liquid herbal extracts allow you to do that. But if you don't want to taste the plant, then you wouldn't want to take an herbal extract. They're concentrated. It allows for easy combination of herbs, whereas you can only combine a certain amount of crude herb in a capsule form before you have to take lots of capsules, or they get really huge, or it's just not possible. Liquid herbal extracts allow us to combine several to make an herbal formula in a little bit easier way. They can also easily be taken in juice, water, tea, food, not unlike with capsules or if you were to open a capsule. But ultimately it comes down to the strength and the rate of absorption in the body. That is probably one of the #1 differences between capsules and liquid herbal extracts. And then what about teas? We love tea. Tea is a really easy way a really easy stress reliever, a way to end the day and calm yourself and enjoy a little bit of quiet time, or a great thing to have when you're enjoying a little bit of quiet time. Teas are non-toxic, gentle. They supply a wide variety of nutrients and sometimes different nutrients from the plants than those other forms that I've talked about. They like vitamins and minerals and micronutrients, for example. They can aid with digestion, or aid digestion and support digestive health. I just touched on that. And they're incredibly hydrating to the body. So herbal tea, when we talk about staying hydrated, herbal tea fits into that water category. It's one way to help your body stay hydrated. They help support the body's natural detoxification processes in a very gentle way and can be used beyond something like a fertility cleanse. They nourish the liver and help flush the liver. They nourish the kidneys and help flush the kidneys. They can help the skin detoxify, all sorts of different things. What else about teas? Their nutrients and medicinal constituents are easily absorbed, assimilated, and used by the body, not unlike liquid extracts. There's nothing to digest. Once you put that tea in your mouth, you're immediately absorbing the nutrients that it's offering you through the bloodstream. And water happens to be an excellent solvent for minerals, volatile oils, mucilage, which is slimy. It's tea. If you were ever to drink a tea when you have a cold or a sore throat, most likely that herbal tea for your sore throat has some sort of mucilaginous herb in it to calm and coat the throat in a way. And I think other than that, that's really about it. There's lots of pros and cons for each type. I hope this helps you if you're trying to decide what form to take an herb in. You won't see every herb in every form. There are a whole lot of herbs that simply just don't taste that great. So consuming them in a tea form is probably not something that most people are going to want to do or be able to adhere to doing. For example, motherwort is not the best herb taken as a tea. It is better in capsule or liquid extract form. That's just one that popped into my head because I once thought I could drink motherwort tea and I can't. And I can take liquid herbal extracts just straight up without any water in most cases. Saw palmetto is another herb we talk about for fertility, and that is not an herb that you're going to want to make into a tea. I mean, if you're brave and want to try it, you could, but don't buy a lot unless you want to make your own liquid herbal extract or encapsulate the leftovers, because you're not going to be drinking that much saw palmetto tea. Eek. There are many others. I won't go into it, but anyway. I'm curious if anybody has any questions. Thank you to whomever shared that you like powders and raw herbs. That's fantastic. We do prefer herbs in whole form, meaning whole plant part. You will find, it's rare, but you will find some herb companies that pull out parts of, like they extract certain parts out of the plant. We prefer using a whole plant part. Turmeric is one that comes to mind, is really easy to think about. You will see whole turmeric capsules and turmeric powders. It's a fad right now and it's fantastic. But you will also see curcumin supplements. And that's just one important part of the whole entire turmeric root. But in most cases, herbalists will use the whole plant because it works synergistically to help bring the body back to balance, or help the body bring itself back to balance and remember that balanced state that it's supposed to be in. Our Fertilica line of supplements does carry capsules and herbs in capsule form and herbs in liquid extract form, as well as herbs in tea. We have a lot of different tea recipes on naturalfertilityinfo.com if you are wanting to try to make your own and connect with the plants on a little bit different, deeper level. We encourage that, definitely. And they're delicious. They're created by herbalists, the former senior herbalist and myself. I hope this was helpful, and we'll be back next week with another topic. If you have any questions, please reach out to us through our websites. If you have any suggestions for Periscope topics, please let me know. You can contact me through our websites, through any contact form. I'm open to hearing what you want to hear about. So thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week. All right.